Welcome back to 11 Alive Midday as we continue our team coverage this half hour, remembering the tragic events 1 year ago today at Apalachee High School in Winder. Deputies say a teenage gunman took the lives of 2 students and 2 teachers, leaving a community heartbroken and still working to heal. Today we remember 14-year-old students Christian Angulo and Mason Schermerhorn, and football coach and math teacher Richard Aspinwall and math teacher Christina Aramy. We have team coverage for you with 11 Alive's Sept at the state capitol, where lawmakers are meeting with families impacted by the shooting. And Ariana Maniz live at the high school where the shooting happened. Ariana, what really stood out about how the day started there in Winder?
Well, one thing that stood out the most, it's a pretty quiet day here at Apalachee High School. The senior parking lot empty. Many of the buses that pulled up to the school carried little to no students. As it appears, many students decided to reflect on this day at home. Students did have the option to stay home. Today would have been an excused absence for those students, or they had the option to spend the day and focus on and reflect on that tragedy here at school. The morning announcement started with the moment of silence for those victims, reflecting on that tragic day. And for those of the students who did come into school today, they took part in a community service project. No instruction today at school, only reflection. We heard through the announcements many students were sent to volunteer with local organizations, from Habitat for Humanity to the food bank to area elementary schools. On campus, others took part in wellness sessions, and they will listen to a guest speaker. And district-wide, schools and staff were encouraged at other schools to wear blue and gold, the colors of Apalachee High School, and also pause for a moment of reflection. And Barrow County Sheriff says that this anniversary is more than just looking back, it's about what's to come next.
We're in uncharted waters, but again, everything we do is for Christian, Mason, Miss Aramy, and Coach A. We owe it to them and owe it to their families and their memory and their legacy that's left behind, and that's what we're going to do. And the 9 victims that have been shot, and the other thousands, and I say thousands, of teachers and kids that were in that school that are affected from it now to this time forward. We don't know what mental health is going to happen to these young people and these adults 10, 15 years down the road, because PTSD is a real thing.
And that's why one of the activities today for students who came into class was mental health sessions, and also hearing from a guest speaker with the focus of healing. Later on tonight, the community is welcome to gather in front of the flagpole. We remember just days after that tragic shooting, it was a memorial for those students. It was a place of reflections for students, for this community. They can gather here at 7 p.m. for a candlelight visual. Reporting live at Apalachee High School, I'm Ariana Maniz for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. And also this morning, lawmakers in Apalachee High School families came together at the state capitol, many still grieving. 11 Alive's Sept is there now. Sept, what do these families have to say?
Yeah, well, it was first a lot of emotion, Aisha, from students of Apalachee High School who currently attend, one recent graduate, also lawmakers even getting emotional this morning, all calling for there to be more laws on gun control here in the state of Georgia. One lawmaker saying that it doesn't have to be a choice between protecting our children and also the right to bear arms, and that the state can do both. 29 gun control bills were proposed in the last legislative session, but none of them passing. Instead, lawmakers did sign a bill that would make push-button alert systems mandatory for schools. Families and students here today say they want more action from lawmakers. 2 students who were in class the day of that deadly shooting sharing those moments when they feared they would die.
Around 10:20 a.m., we heard the first round of gunfire. I jumped over a desk and ran to the other side of the classroom like we were always taught to do. I texted my loved ones while crying, trying to keep the noise of my cries muffled just in case the shooter could hear them.
I was in Mrs. Aramy's class just an hour before she was killed. That day, she helped us with our lesson and talked to us more than usual. I left feeling happy to have seen a new side of her, not knowing it would be the last time.
And Aisha, one of those students saying that no child should have fear when going to school and that this day still haunts her, even though she now is attending college, and that she knows that it wasn't her school that caused the shooting. Of course, she said it was her student who she described as an evil person. Live here from the state capitol, I'm Sept 11 Alive News.
All right, Sept, just so difficult to hear what those young people went through. Feelings very raw still a year later. And we just learned this morning that a new trial date has been set for Colin Gray, the father of accused Apalachee shooter Colt Gray. Colin Gray is accused of allowing his teenage son to access the weapon used in the deadly shooting. In April, he successfully had his venue moved, citing substantial pre-trial publicity. And this morning we learned that his trial is now set to start February 9th. A grand jury has charged the alleged gunman, now 15-year-old Colt Gray, with 55 counts ranging from murder to aggravated assault and cruelty to children. Prosecutors plan to try him as an adult, but his trial date has not been set. 11 Alive has been covering this story since the beginning, and today on 11 Alive Plus, we have full coverage of the one-year remembrance. Join us for exclusive stories, in-depth interviews, and ongoing impact there in that community. You can stream 11 Alive Plus anytime on your TV for free.